Most people think poverty arrives loudly, with bills, debt collectors, a bank account near zero, a crisis. But sometimes, being broke enters your life quietly. No alarms, no disasters, no dramatic collapse, just small habits that feel normal, comfortable, harmless, even rewarding. And year after year, those habits slowly steal your future, not in one big moment, but in tiny, invisible pieces. A coffee you didn't need, a purchase made from stress, a weekend spent escaping instead of building, a salary increase that changed nothing, a life that looks stable while silently sinking. And the most dangerous part, many people defend the very habit that keeps them trapped because it doesn't feel like self-destruction. It feels like living. Tonight, I want to tell you the story of a man named Adrian. A good man, hardworking, disciplined enough to survive, smart enough to earn more, but still confused why money never stayed, why progress never lasted, why every year felt busy but never free. And by the end of the story, you may recognize something uncomfortable. The habit hurting Adrian may be hurting you too. Stay until the end, because this is not a story about greed or laziness or failure. It is about one behavior so common, millions call it normal. Yet, it quietly keeps people broke for decades. And once you see it clearly, you will never look at money the same way again.
Adrian was 34, worked in project management, good salary, no addictions, no reckless gambling, no expensive nightlife, no dramatic mistakes. He paid rent on time, helped his parents sometimes, showed up early, stayed late. Everyone described him the same way: responsible. And they were right. From the outside, Adrian looked like someone winning slowly, but inside, he carried a private frustration. Every year he earned more. Every year he learned more. Every year he worked harder, and somehow, every year felt financially identical. No real savings, no real investments, no real breathing room, one emergency. And stress returned immediately. He would sit at night with spreadsheets open, income on one side, expenses on the other. Nothing shocking, nothing wild, just life. Food, transport, subscriptions, small upgrades, gifts, convenience, treats, random purchases, recovery spending. He always said the same sentence: "I'm not wasting money, I'm just living." And that sentence was the lock on the cage. Many destructive habits are obvious: smoking, drinking too much, compulsive gambling. But Adrian's habit looked harmless. It had no ugly label, no public shame, no warning sticker. It was this: he used money to reward survival. Every stressful week, he bought relief. Every difficult month, he bought comfort. Every emotional dip, he bought stimulation. Every achievement, he bought celebration. Every boredom phase, he bought novelty. Money had become medicine, not for emergencies, for emotions. And because emotions happen often, his spending happened constantly. Not luxury-level spending, psychological spending. That category ruins more people than luxury ever will, because luxury is visible. Psychological spending hides inside words like, "I deserve it," "I've had a hard week," "It's only a little," "I need something nice," "I work too much not to enjoy life," "It helps me feel better." One purchase never destroys you. The pattern does. Adrian was not foolish. He was tired, and tired people seek relief. Modern life drains people in layers: long work days, mental overload, notifications, traffic, comparison, pressure, uncertainty, hidden loneliness, decision fatigue. When a person is depleted, discipline becomes expensive, convenience becomes seductive, impulse becomes logical. This is why many intelligent people stay broke. Not because they lack knowledge, because they are exhausted. Exhausted people don't ask, "What creates freedom later?" They ask, "What feels easier now?" And now is always expensive. Delivery over cooking, scrolling over learning, shopping over reflection, entertainment over planning, temporary mood boosts over long-term leverage. Adrian did not need more financial advice. He needed energy management, because when your nervous system is overloaded, your wallet becomes vulnerable. There was another layer Adrian never admitted. He was performing, not loudly, quietly, to coworkers, friends, old classmates online, people he barely cared about. He upgraded things not because he loved them, but because basic felt embarrassing. He chose places that photographed well, bought items that signaled progress, spent to avoid looking behind. This is common. Many people are not buying products. They are buying social safety, buying status camouflage, buying proof they are okay. The tragedy: the people you impress rarely pay your bills. Most are too busy worrying about themselves, yet countless people trade future peace for current appearances. Adrian once bought a new phone while his emergency fund was almost empty. He justified it for productivity, but privately, he wanted to feel current, respected, not left behind. That month, his car repair arrived. Stress returned instantly. Because image cannot protect you, only margin can. One evening, Adrian stayed late. The office janitor, Mr. Leon, was cleaning nearby. Older man, quiet eyes, simple clothes, always calm. They spoke occasionally. That night, Adrian sighed while checking his bank app. Mr. Leon asked gently, "Bad news?" Adrian laughed. "No, just wondering how I make decent money and still feel broke." Mr. Leon nodded, then said something Adrian never forgot. Some people spend money to improve life. Some spend money to recover from the life they built. Adrian looked up. Mr. Leon continued, "If your lifestyle drains you, you will keep paying to survive it." Silence. Then Adrian asked, "So what do I do?" Mr. Leon smiled. "Build a life that needs less rescue." That sentence sounded simple, but it hit deeper than any finance book Adrian had read. That weekend, Adrian did something different. He didn't track categories, he tracked triggers. Every expense received a reason: hungry, tired, lonely, impatient, wanting validation, avoiding discomfort, celebrating stress, copying others, bored. He was stunned. Many purchases had nothing to do with value. They were emotional reactions wearing price tags. Food ordered because he hated cooking after draining days. Shopping because he felt stagnant. Subscriptions because silence felt uncomfortable. Weekend overspending because weekdays felt joyless. Convenience because he was disorganized. Impulse treats because work felt meaningless. His bank statement was not a money story. It was an emotional biography. And maybe yours is too. Adrian expected the answer to be stricter budgets. Cut more. Suffer more. Deny more. But the deeper solution was redesign. He changed sleep first. More rest. Fewer impulse cravings. He meal prepped twice a week. Less expensive exhaustion spending. He muted accounts that triggered comparison. Less identity spending. He walked after work before going home. Stress dropped. Need for reward spending dropped too. He learned one monetizable skill at night. Hope increased. When hope rises, destructive consumption often falls. He created one joy budget with no guilt. Small planned pleasures prevented chaotic splurges. He simplified weekends. Less escape, more recovery. For the first time, money started staying. Not because he became harsh, because he became aligned. Being broke is not always low income. Sometimes it is high maintenance living. Sometimes it is emotional leakage. Sometimes it is constant self-repair spending. Sometimes it is owning a lifestyle your nervous system cannot sustain. Sometimes it is needing too many purchases to feel okay. That is why some people with modest income become stable, and some with high income remain fragile. Income matters, but structure matters more than ego admits. You do not need a richer image. You need a cheaper piece. 1 year later, Adrian did not look dramatically richer. No flashy car, no luxury apartment, no viral success story, but something more important had changed. He had 6 months of expenses saved, no panic when repairs happened, no stress before payday. Growing investments, a side income stream beginning, more energy, less comparison, better sleep, calmer decisions. He smiled more in grocery stores because choosing basics no longer felt like failure. It felt like power. And for the first time in adult life, Adrian did not feel rich. He felt safe, then useful, then free. That order matters.
The habit that quietly keeps many people broke is not spending itself. It is using money as emotional compensation, buying relief instead of solving causes, buying image instead of building margin, buying escape instead of designing a better life, buying rewards for surviving systems. You should be changing. Money leaves fastest when life feels hardest. So ask yourself honestly, what purchases improve my life and what purchases help me tolerate it? That answer may explain your entire financial story, because wealth is not only what you earn, it is what remains after emotions stop billing you. If this story felt personal, good. That means part of you recognized the pattern. Subscribe now for more stories about money, psychology, discipline, and the invisible habits that quietly shape your future. Because the next lesson may save you years you didn't know you were losing.